All right, we're here at Daddy Jack's Cooking with the Blues, Chaplin's Restaurant, 165 Bank Street, New London, Connecticut. And we're gonna do here with nephew Josh, Bob Jacko on camera. I buy these. Now these, I bought them at this market here in town called Fiddleheads. All heirloom tomatoes. She had them frozen from last summer, and she had 5 bags. And she wanted $5 a bag. I said, I'll give you 20 for all 5 bags. So they're like yellow tomatoes, heirloom, all heirlooms. Real nice. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna do an heirloom tomato soup with wild rice. So we'll start off with, I got a pot hot. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil. And a little bit of butter in there. Some garlic, nice hot skillet, so we gotta work quick. Okay, chunks of onion. Turn this down just a little bit. Then I'm gonna put some carrots. I like the carrots for the color in the tomato soup. They come out real nice and orange. I want the soup to be nice and orange. Already we got a good smell coming off it from that garlic and onions in there and the butter. Got carrots, onions. I'm ready to do some fennel. You have more fennel than this, Josh? We got plenty, so I'll put plenty of fennel in it. They wouldn't even call it a fennel. Roast fennel and heirloom tomato soup with wild rice. It's all in the description. Marketing strategy. Okay. A little bit of salt and pepper. These bags right out of the freezer, so see that? Get all the natural juice and everything frozen into it. These were picked at the peak of their ripeness because I couldn't sell them, to market. So they're beautiful, full of flavor. See these here now? So here we got just early springtime. We got nice summer vegetable soup. Here, got yellows, got some oranges. So I'll put a little bit of water just to start melting them down. Then I'll put some chicken, a little bit of chicken stock. And that's it. We'll be back. Okay, the tomato soup here, it's starting to cook down. Tomatoes are starting to thaw out a little bit. I have some nice strong chicken stock. I'm gonna add that into it. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic. What's up, bud?
What's happening?
And then we got some tarragon. And then just to zap it up a little bit of crushed red pepper. Get my man here on camera.
No.
Hardest working man in show business right here.
No.
Alan Goodman and Sons. All right. Okay, so you see we got the tomatoes cooking. Now we're just gonna put everything in there. Everything's in there, and we're just gonna put it on the back burner and simmer it down. But here's my little trick here. Just a little bit of brown sugar. just to cut the acidity from the tomatoes a little bit. They say, boy, these tomatoes are nice and sweet. And I said, just a little bit of brown sugar is good. Take it easy. Okay, here with the heirloom tomato soup. Check it out, Bob, in the pot. Everything is simmered up. So then, take my trusty Braun mixer. Every kitchen should have one of these. So I'll puree and everything, the skins, everything, right into it. I give the soup some texture. All those vegetables in there, give it a nice, it's a nice body. In the summertime, if you got some nice fresh herbs, I'd put them in right now at the end, is when I do it. So you got the green and you got a little bit of the full flavor at the end. Alright, so let's test it out. It would pre-rate all the soup, everything into it that we put in. Didn't strain anything out. All the skins are pureed into it. Test it out. Okay, just a little bit more salt and pepper. Okay. There's a little trick with a ladle so you don't drip. See? See that? Now you get your ladle, dip it one time in the bottom, boom, you got a couple seconds. See? So pour our soup in. Okay. Look at that, $10 worth of tomatoes. We got some beautiful soup. Tastes like the tomatoes fresh out of the garden. So it's a wonderful thing to be able to capture that freshness here in the middle of spring, or the beginning of spring, I should say. Okay. And then I have here, sometimes I'll do some full wild rice. We just did some of that Far East or whatever blend, but I didn't use the seasoning packets. I don't want it to offset the color, the flavor of the soup. So then that'll be. I won't put it in the rest of it, and that'll give it the texture. I don't know if you can get a look at that, Bob. Is there a nice rice and a wild mix of white and wild rice? That's it. We'll give it a little test. Taste test. That's why I have this here. Make sure everything tastes right before I send it out to the customer. Delicious. I think the customer's going to like this. Anyway, that wraps up a heirloom tomato and herb soup with wild rice, and I hope you enjoyed it. Come visit us at Chaplin's Restaurant, 165 Bank Street, New London, Connecticut. My nephew Josh working with me here. Bob Jacko on camera. Can't thank you enough, Bob. And bon appetit.